with someone that might be a little bit new to the event. Here we have a boat just broached. They've lost, each one has lost their oar, and they're doing the best they can to straighten the boat. They're just sitting right there. Ooh, that's the advantage of having a helmet. That man was just going back into the stern and hit his head. This can be a very dangerous event. These boats, as I said, weigh about 275 to 300 pounds, and coming in on a wave, if you get hit by an oar or by the boat itself, you can get hurt very seriously. Here we have the one team. They're wearing their helmets. It's probably a very safe thing to do.
That's Monmouth County Park 7 President's Park.
Mike Fowler is the man in charge down there, and Mike is very safety conscious, so I'm sure he's requiring all his boatmen to wear these helmets.
Well, these things kind of evolved. It's going to happen in other sports. For so many years in football, there was no face guard or anything, and now you see what the guys wear on their faces. They look like cages to protect the eyes and the nose. Eventually, I'm sure it'll happen in lifeguarding. It's slowly happening. Belmar in the lead now, but more and more teams very slowly going toward those helmets. It only takes one shot in the head, to make things pretty rough on you the rest of your life.
That's very true. You got to be careful, because as these guys are experienced, something can go wrong in a moment's notice, and you never know when a wave is going to turn the boat sideways, catch an oar, and the oar's going to come snapping back at you. So, you know, they have to work on this, but they don't work on it as much as they used to, because there's not as much emphasis on the boats, because they're so expensive. Right. These AC boats, you know, they cost a couple $1,000, as opposed to where the kayaks or the paddle boards are only a couple $100. And we've seen already in this event where Spring Lake is out of this event because on the first leg something happened to their boat, and then we just saw the Spring Lake crew carry their boat off the beach up onto the boardwalk. So they're probably going to be calling Mr. AC tomorrow and asking him how quickly they can get it repaired before the next tournament.
And there's Seegert coming in.
They must have a lot of water. See how the bow is really high up in the water. They're going to have to probably dump this.
Seegert in second place overall. Well, let's see. I don't think they're going to tip it.
That's John Forrester right there in the bow. He's standing up. Excellent boatman. He's going to work with this boat going out. You know, he'll probably take his time. You can see where his bowman must not be very experienced. They're not even trying. He's not even trying to row. John is just doing this himself.
And that's a good point. Sometimes that's the better strategy. Rather than have someone working against you, if you're a veteran,
just do it yourself. I would. However, you get more power in the sit down. You know, I would think that if the man's not going to row, he would be in the bow, standing up, just holding the oars out of the water, and letting the bow man sit down and supply the power. Here we have they go to the back of the boat, Bob, so as they can put as much weight in the stern as they can to lift up the bow. You want the bow as high as you can coming in, so that it doesn't plow into the water and cause the boat to broach.
Yeah, look at Belmar coming in.
That's what happens sometimes. You lose your balance. He's still holding on. Very important there.
So good work by Belmar, as Belmar has the overall lead.
That looks like. Looks like they're cheering. They know they're going to win this event, and that's going to ensure that they win the title, the first team tournament of the new century.
So Belmar pretty much has a lock on their own tournament. There's been a bump in the road once in a while, but a long history in this tournament. We know we go back at least to around 81.
Oh, we did, Bob. I remember Cablevision when we were called TV 34,
right?
Which now we're on channel 70. Came back, and I think Belmar was the first tournament that you televised. And tournaments were going on before that. I can't say how much say enough how much the lifeguards like going to the front of their televisions and watching themselves compete a couple of days later. Here comes the wave right now. This could be pretty interesting because they don't have the power going into the wave. And up we go, and it's very good job. What you want to do, Bob, is you want to get your oars in the water just before the wave hits so that you can actually attack the wave and have momentum going into it the best you can. You don't want to be standing still as the wave hits the boat. It's going to bring you backwards.
the Manasquan team finishing up, and you're right, the history of it goes back to 1981. The first lifeguard tournament televised on TV 34 was the Belmar tournament. Bill Jamison was there, and I believe Bob Hartman may have been down on the beach also for that one. My first one, I think, was in '82.
And Howard Rowland was our star. This is a unique style. The person getting as far into the bow. See how there was too much weight in the bow, and you saw how the bow of the boat plowed into the water. I think John realized they haven't won the tournament. That was a very nice exit John just made.
Exit stage right. So that's the boat relay. And indeed, it has been a very successful tournament. And we know that unless there have been some surprise that we're not aware of by the judges, Belmar picking up enough points to win their own tournament. So that's certainly a feather in their cap, and I know all the guys at Belmar work hard, and you're the recreation director, so you know your team better win. Or
well, it's not my team. It's the team belongs to Harry Harson, Bill K. Ratz, and Ray Elms and Jeff Zach. Jeff Zach is the team captain, and they work real hard. Very important to them that they do well, because it carries over to the rest of the guards on the beach to practice their skills, get ready, and so that when they patrol the beach, they're in top shape, and if there ever is a real rescue to be made, they're ready to do it. And the people swimming in the water are as safe as possible.
All right, let's send it down to Tony Richardson with another interview. Our winners in the boat relay. Tony?
Okay, here we go, guys. Great. That's a climactic finish you got here coming around that wave. Tell me what happened when you guys went out.